Okie dokie. Hi, hello. Welcome back, Alexandrian Codex. We are gonna go ahead do year 13. I don't need to save here. I'm not save scumming, and we didn't walk away. Save scumming is a term needlessly derogatory and is a good and necessary thing to do in this game. However, I'm stubbornly insisting on not doing it our first time through. That's fine. I want to view the supply depot, give me this cake. I may regret buying so many cakes. Cal, buddy. Cal takes a deep breath and lets out a huge sigh. I love the smell of fresh air here, he says. It's not clean like in the Strato, but like it's fresh. You know what I mean? It smells like dirt and compost and manure and growing things, and when I breathe it in, it's just... It reminds me that everything here is alive and important. That's great, buddy. Time for cake. Thank you for the stress reduction. All right. I'll be on my way. We sneak out, and then I think we unlock other expeditions this year. And it's really important that I go on those. But that's fine. Okay. That's fine. Popeyes. Oh. This was a slightly different Popeye event, where we actually get attacked, but that's okay. 434. Can I do a 444 here? 443. Why? Oh, because that had a gem. Okay, alright. Beep boop. 333. Yes. Yes. Sure, 15. It's never going to be the highest card, so I might as well use it. Huh. No, that's a 3-3. Okay. There, 21, and then 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. I needed to use none of my brain, and I am so happy about it. God, that rocks. Cute little critters kick you, but you kick back. You send some of them scurrying back to pick on some smaller creatures than you. No. All right. Hey, buddy. Unisaur time. I'm just gonna... Yeah, that's fine. 3, 3, 3. And then the last round is a 2, 2, 2. 5, 6. Yeah, that's gotta be it. Yep. Cool. 3 perception, plus 1 kudos. God, I love Ricky Ticky so much. The bonus plus 1 skill gain is huge. It is huge. It is massive. New perk. Upgrade animal. Oh yeah, pet cards by relaxing in the park. We can do that. And you two are gonna get busted. I don't remember what this dis event is. We'll find out later. We milk the float cow. We go on our way. We bravely jump over the pond, or the puddle. No, we do 0, 1, 2 to get an 8 out of this. Then up 3, 3, 3, 4. Yeah, okay. And then, ooh, okay. Huh. 5, 4, 3, on 1. 20. 16. Nope, that was definitely the right move. This is definitely right. Yeah. Yep, okay, cool. Stress, bravery, kudos. Falling and get wet. Yay. Grab this. Oh, did I not give those during the wet season? I didn't. Oh well, that's okay. Wait. Okay, we should be just fine. Just watch. So we get perception. Now, if I were cheating, what I would do here is I would open up each of these events, save, because one of these has to be the fucking watermelon. And I don't know which it is, but like, I got a pretty good chance of this, not this, or this being the watermelon event. But I'm just going to not roll the dice on that. Talk to Dis. Find Dis sitting on a large flat rock on a hilltop, eating a sandwich and looking totally at home far away from the colony. Join him quietly. You sit down next to Dis and get out your own lunch. Just some soy cheese cubes and crackers from the cafeteria. You listen to the jungle sounds and think how nice it is to be free and in the open and not confined to a tiny box hurtling through space. Then, out of the blue, the rock you're sitting on stands up and starts to walk down the hill. Oh, okay. You crouch and look over the edge of the rock. You're a couple meters off the ground, balanced on spindly legs like a spider's, 8-10 of them, evenly spaced. You realize that the rock also has eyes at regular points, which you'd mistaken for shiny black pebbles embedded in the stones. One of them swivels up to stare at you. You gulp and try not to scream. Dis gets shakily to his feet, trying to keep his balance as the creature under you slowly clambers forward. He grabs your hand to help you. Try to be brave. Four, 3, actually. 2, 3, 4. 16 out of 3 cards. None of them were actually that good. That's pretty great. Okay, that's a 13. That bumps you to an 18. God damn it. That's okay. You swallow hard and control your fear. Barely. Actually, this is biologically fascinating. You're too busy taking mental notes about the creature's anatomy and behavior to worry about your own safety. It totters along, using its long legs to pick its way through the bushes and uneven terrain. It must have had its legs curled up under its body earlier to perfectly camouflage itself as a rock. After a minute, the creature slouches down to look at something and the two of you jump off. You're impressed that Dis kept his cool, and you tell him so. Actually, he says, I was kind of freaking out inside. You laugh and say that you were too. It's funny, Dis might suck with people, but he's kind of badass when it comes to non-people things. Keep exploring? Can't. Go home. Take a nap. Bravery +2, perception +1. You wake to the sound of your parents arguing in hushed tones, clearly trying to not disturb you. You blink away the sleep from your eyes, eventually remembering, wait, isn't today your 13th birthday? Where's your birthday cuddles? Your parents always make a big deal about your birthday. You peek out through the privacy curtain on your bunk and listen to their argument. You're being unreasonable, your mom says. So let us say as a teenager now, you have to give them the opportunity to take calculated risks, or they'll start acting out. It's just what being a teenager is. Going off into the wilderness isn't a calculated risk, your dad replies. It's dangerous. It's weird to hear your parents arguing. If they ever disagree, they sort it out quietly or go to mediation. This time they sound really upset. It's unsettling. I think I should... They glance at you. Look, I'm already at 100 stress. It's fine. Your mom holds up her hand to silence you and goes back to talking. Geranium? She grates. You've said yourself we need every person out there surveying for edible native plants. You're even going yourself. Why not our child? Your dad flails his hands helplessly. Because, Flulu, they're our child. It's our responsibility to keep them safe. You're not keeping anyone safe by coddling them, your mom almost shouts. Your dad flinches in shock. Solanacea's survival depends on them understanding the planet we're living on. So you're not doing them or the colony any favors by pretending like it's not the case. I can take care of myself. You're brave, but you're not stupid. You assure them that you'll stay out of trouble. Your dad's shoulders sag as he shakes his head. You barely even know what's out there, kiddo, he mutters. Your mom's fierce expression softens. Hey, Solanacea, sorry, it's your birthday today. We were arguing like a pair of assholes. Happy birthday. They both give you a hug. We meant to order from the canteen after your usual birthday breakfast, but we got talking about how Utopia's opened up positions in Expedition for kids 13 and older, and well, that's you now. I suppose we'll have to go let you spread your wings someday, your dad relents. Just feel better knowing you were safe here inside the colony walls. He gives your mom a faint smile. We decided early on to let you choose your own path in life, so if you want to join expeditions, we're behind you. Just be safe. I 100% wish to do that. However, I have to rest. Wait, do I have to rest? Even if Dad has a stress reduction event here, I have to rest. I gotta do it. I gotta. Look, man, go ahead and give me this stress reduction. Oh, okay. We're not getting any. You find your dad comparing some plant samples. When he sees you, he puts the test tubes down and gives you a big hug. Kiddo, he exclaims and kneels down to look you in the eye. I've been thinking. I want to say I'm sorry your mom and I were arguing on your birthday. We disagree sometimes, just like every couple, but it's unfair you had to see how the soy sausage gets made. It's okay. Pats you on the shoulder. Thanks for saying so. You're a great kid. Your mom and I talked it out. We're both just putting our everything into the farm right now. It's kind of making us snappy. You don't have to worry about us, okay? He squeezes you in a hug. If you want to join Utopia's exploration team, just be careful. It's dangerous out there. I sure do. However, I gotta relax in the park. You play with your Ricky Tikki, hanging out with them just outside the walls. It's uneventful, which is exactly what you needed. Try to teach them some simple commands, stay, follow, speak. It's adorable watching them tilt your head from side to side when they're trying to figure something out. They don't really seem to get it, but you get the impression that they're trying. You quickly realize that Ricky must be named after the sound they make when they're happy, a whirring, clicking noise. For a weird spider tentacle creature, it's really cute. Solanacea, can I get your help with something in the barn? Cal asks. You excuse yourself from planting and follow Cal. Something's wrong with Socks, Cal says, closing the door behind you. She won't eat. She cries all the time. You look into Socks' crate. She's almost too big for it now, even curled up in a ball. She raises her head and peeps miserably at you, then curls even tighter, her bulbous antennae dropping. She's paler, right? Cal says, coming up beside you. She's always sleepy and cold, and I don't know what to do. She won't eat leaves anymore. Or anything I bring her, potatoes, corn, wheat, beans, she just chews them and spits them out. He points at the lid of the box. She's been chewing on the box, too. I'm worried she's gonna chew her way out and escape while I'm not here. Cal rubs Socks under her chin. She barely responds to his touch. You've been outside the walls, right, Solanacea? Have you seen any animals like Socks, full-grown ones? What do they eat? I'll look the next time I'm surveying. Thank you, Solanacea, Cal says, sighing as he closes the box. I'm really worried. Okay, get rid of this one. I'd like to get rid of a card with a 0 on it, but a 1's slightly better. Clear-minded, heroic. We are damn close to getting perception maxed out, which is exciting. Oh yeah, this little area opens up. Nothing here yet. Survey the plains, baby. Burp. I'll talk to you in just a moment. Hold on. Please stand by. Hold on. Stand by. Hey, hi. When you boarded the expedition's autobus this morning, you didn't know what to expect. It trundled you and the other surveyors a few clicks north to the prosaic plains, a high flat area with cooler weather than your colony. You could barely control your excitement as you watch the landscape change, and now you're here. You're finally old enough for a real survey mission away from the colony. You greet Chief Surveyor Utopia at the depot. Here's a blast cutter, she says, handing you one. It's a tool for cutting and heating things. You can use it to make a fire, cauterize a wound, boil water. It cuts some materials pretty alright. You can use it for self-defense too, but I wouldn't suggest it. Are we gonna be in danger? She makes a so-so motion with her hand. This is a quiet area, and what we're doing, we're not supposed to be in danger. We're just taking notes and pictures, keeping track of all the flora and fauna we see. Just don't touch anything. Unless I ask you to take a sample. Everything is pretty potentially dangerous. We don't know much about what's out there, which is why we need surveyors, even youngins like you. Prosaic plains are a sparse region, like you can assume from the name. You can see things from a long way off. Utopia sees you squinting at the horizon. What are you gonna do if something's coming for you? Avoid it. Good kid. It's Utopia approves, patting you on the back. We don't need any trouble. Dis joins you. You must have come on an earlier autobus. Oh good, you're here, Utopia says, digging out another blast cutter for Dis. You two greenhorns are with me for the foreseeable. Now, we don't gotta sniff each other's butts all the time out here, but I do expect y'all to be in yelling distance. Comms can get pretty spotty out here. You and Dis share knowing glances. You've both been sneaking out to explore long before you were officially allowed to. Utopia also hands you a surveying drone and shows you how to launch it. It'll automatically perform local scans wherever you go. The detailed scans will still be needed to be done manually. When you return here to the depot, it'll upload its findings to the HoloNet. Your job is to cover ground, see what's out there, and so long as it isn't dangerous, record it. She slaps you on the back. Alright team, don't get yourself killed out there, okay? Deal. I think we need to level up combat this year, right? What does this give? Plus 10 to combat, motherfucker. I think it's 20 or 30. We're leveling it up anyway, but it should be fine. Drifts of spark snow make this area hard to pass through. Your feet keep sinking into it, and you have to work to get them free with every step. The only way through here is through an especially deep area. Take a break and play in it. It's praying into snow. Shovel it out of the way. I think it's toughness. Find a way around. I don't need a 3 red. I think I need the toughness though. Yeah, toughness gained. You don't actually have a shovel with you, but you find a bush that you can sort of use like a broom to sweep the snow out of the way. Spark snow is lighter and floofier than you were expecting. Whacking it with your bush causes showers of pretty sparks and tiny popping noises. Takes ages to clear the path, but it's oddly satisfying. Hopefully the next surveyor through will appreciate your work. God, I can't skip anything. We are so close to having our perception map, or maxed. You almost bump into Dis. He's being so still and quiet, hunched over and looking down a little knoll. He shushes you and points. Don't scare them. You follow his finger and sees what looks like a bush shaking violently. 2 bushes, actually, at opposite ends of a clearing. They're bush bubs, he says, fighting over territory. You look more carefully through holoculars. Oh, those boulders are alive. How do you know that? This shrugs. If you're quiet, you see them a lot. You watch the 2 creatures face off, rhythmically rustling the leaves that grow out of their heads and backs. Their gangly, branch-like antennae swing over their heads as they rear up to their full heights. Even from far away, they look imposing, like agile boulders. One goes, then the other. They watch each other carefully, alternating and repeating the other's motions, trying to outdo one another. Ultimately, the smaller, more graceful one seems to be declared the winner. The loser plops back down and shuffles away into the jungle, defeated. It is interesting how they call it jungle still. Spark Snow is driving down. Visibility is poor. You can barely see your hand in front of your face. Try to find your way. I will not be using this card. God, this sucks. We're not gonna get the maximum score in the last round because of this card. Fuck you, card. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan. Boo, hiss, etc. That is frustrating. Let's see. 3, 3. Oh. 2, 3, 4, 5. 6. This can't... Well, okay, I know this isn't the best hand, because this would be in the best hand. But it still hits the super goal. Yeah, fuck it, whatever. Yeah, 30. How could I have gotten 30 with that +8 card I didn't want to use? You keep putting one foot in front of the other, relying on wayfaring and a bit of luck to make your way through, but you see something inexplicable. What the heck is that? You squint into the driving snow, and all you see is white on white on white, and the slightest hint of movement. Doesn't even look corporeal, almost like a cloud, like the snow is coming from it. It's impossible to get a closer look. You pull your color tighter against the storm and move on. I hope to come back for that. But I'm just trying to push through to the end. One of your jobs as surveyor is to document the flora and fauna through photographs. You see a skittish flock of really long insects. Each one has 10 to 20 sets of wings, like long rods with knobbly bits at regular points. They're moving so fast that they're almost a blur. You've got a camera built into your hull palm, but it's not equipped to capture difficult shots like this. You'll need to put in the work to find a good angle. God damn it, it's a stressful event. You're telling me, buddy, every time I see you, it's a stressful event. Okay. 6, 6, 4, 4, have a 3. The game's gonna be like, you could have done better. Yeah, I know exactly how I could have done better. 96? 98? So close, you climb up a tree to get an angle from above, not disturbing your subject. Comes out great, very avant-garde. Utopia's glad for the shot. You spy a creature that reminds you of Cal's illicit pet socks. A dilly pillar, maybe? Except it's huge, really, really long. As long as the stratospheric, enormous. Could it really be the same? You aren't totally sure. You watch it using your holoculars. So far in the distance, it looks like a train crawling along with one of the great cliffs along the resting ridges to the west. Crawls down the cliff face toward the Great Plains not far from you. Run in there and get close. The dilly pillar totally ignores you. Up close, it seems even bigger. Definitely longer than even a spaceship. It moves slowly, and you take care not to accidentally get in its way. It sniffs around the base of the cliff for a long time. The cliff is made of sparkling iridescent rock, almost the same as the shimmer as the dilly pillar's scales. Pretty. As you're admiring it, the dilly pillar starts to eat the rocks. It's grinding them down effortlessly with its enormous molars. When it leaves again, you fill your pockets with strange glittery stones. Better bring these to Cal. There is a stress reduction event here. I don't think I'm gonna be able to hit it. You're crossing a clearing when you hear a terrible cracking, pounding sound. A bush bug bursts through the tree line, barreling straight towards you. Whoever's making a bush bug run, you're pretty sure you don't want to be on the business end of it. Bravely stand your ground. What could go wrong? Okay, well, these are gonna be the same value. And a 13? 15? Yeah, it's still better to play this than not, and I get that back, so it doesn't matter. Okay, this is a 2, this is a 2. Get a 3, right? No. Okay, that's fuck. It's a stressful event. Funny seeing you here. Crazy. Wow. Yeah, well, look, could have gotten a 30. You wonder how. The creature pounds past you, its powerful stone-like gorilla arms smashing the ground. Doesn't even seem to see you and goes around you without even looking at you. Look around, there's no sign of whatever motivated the bushwub to run so fast. At least that's something to be grateful about. Bottom or top, bottom or top, bottom or top. Every fucking dating app ever. Top. It's a cloudy day. You hear, hey, well, it's a good card. You hear the crash of thunder from somewhere nearby. Loud, it sounds like it's getting closer. Suddenly, a massive, impossibly tall something punctures the low clouds and slams into the ground ahead of you. It's as tall as a skyscraper and a meter wide, covered in a chitinous bone like an insect. You think it might be a leg? Another crashes down, and then another. The creature's body must be high up in the clouds, so high you can't see anything but the legs. First leg strikes again and moves towards you. You're in shock. Your body simultaneously screams at you to stand still and run. Stay calm and analyze its movement. You watch the clouds, and as the next leg breaks through, you dodge. It slams where you'd have been with enough force to crush a boulder to dust. The creature is unbelievably massive. You're like an ant to it. As it passes overhead, you marvel at how such a thing could even exist, and hope it never wanders any closer to your colony. Well, looks like we'll be coming back here, because I unnecessarily took some stress. Yeah, okay. Very suboptimal. That's fine. Something big suddenly bursts from the jungle and scampers across the path in front of you. It looks like a miniature landslide. Bush-covered stone being pulled forward by powerful arms. It's a bushwub, and hot on its heels is a second one. These slow, thoughtful creatures are rarely so full of energy. They charge back and forth across the plain path as you wisely keep your distance from the powerful animals. But for all the crashing and stomping they're doing, they don't actually seem to be angry. You'd swear they were actually being playful. I cannot win this. If the game's telling me it's impossible, I'm gonna believe it. Go closer to watch. Seem to be playing a game of tag. When the chaser runs up to the runner, they reverse roles. They do it with such gusto that surrounding underbrush is completely crushed in a wide circle. Almost a perfect circle. Then, all at once, the first one crouches down in the path and tucks its arms under the bushes on its back. You swear it was just a rock now. Second one circles first several times, sniffing, then crouches in the same position. Now might be your best chance to get past them. Well, no. We'll keep watching. I'll take the stress from what's gonna happen because I have to leave anyway, so... In perfect sync, the two creatures slowly stretch up and out, revealing their rocky bodies and reaching their surprisingly long necks up to the sky. They begin to shake their bushes and rattle their antlers in rhythm with each other as they slowly stomp around the clearing they made. You think they're dancing. The intensity of the dance increases. They're both shaking their backs so hard some of their branches and fruit are flying loose. Instinctively, you reach out to grab a piece of fruit. That movement, the dancers shift and youch! 27 stress. Well, hey, I was hitting 100 anyway. One of them steps on your hand with the full force of a massive body. You let out a cry of pain and clutch your hand to your chest. Ooh, that looks bad. The two creatures hadn't been so intent on each other that they hadn't noticed you there. They're so startled and perhaps embarrassed that they take off running in opposite directions. Well, that was weird. Too tired to continue. Oh, well, we maxed out perception now. Second rest. This is such an inefficient run, but that's okay. Split past all path blocking exploration events is huge. Hey, Cal. I figured out what she eats. It's rocks. You tell Cal about the dilly pillar you saw on the plains. She's really gonna get that big? Cal breathes. He looks worried as you feel. Cal hesitantly places the rocks before her. She takes one in her delicate little forepaws, nibbles on it, and then shoves it in her mouth. She trills and runs around in a circle, waving her paws for more. It worked, Cal crows, giving you a big hug. Thank you, Solanacea. You saved socks. Yeah, I'm kind of cool like that. Hey, Dad. Your dad was sniffing and sneezing pretty bad this morning. He collapsed around this time last year, so you've been feeling anxious about his health, especially now that the pollen's back. He's working hard in the fields, respirator hanging from his neck as he grunts and shovels dirt into the wheelbarrow. He sees you coming, stands up straight, coughing a little bit as he stretches his back. Hey, kiddo, what brings you out here? Working hard or hardly working? Your dad laughs. Did you get that one from me? It sounds just like me. Get these pixie beans at the ground. We'll have a great harvest in time for Brutalia. He leans on a shovel, tucking one foot in behind the other and rocking back and forth. Truth is, I've been working like a dog. I'd love to get out of here for a while. Hey, what do you say you and I go for a little walk? He says, brightening. I know you don't get outside the walls much either. We could go on a little nature walk. I study all the plants the foragers bring back, but I've never really seen them in the wild. Sounds great. We shouldn't do this. Awesome, your dad exclaims. I knew you'd pick up what I'm throwing down. Your mother doesn't see the draw, he continues, flipping his shovel up into his shoulder and picking his way carefully to the turned up fields. She likes what she can control, you know? There's a whole planet out there and I want to go explore. He stops and doubles over, suddenly racked with a coughing fit that makes him unable to speak. He tries a few times to catch his breath, but each time he starts coughing harder. Pink pollen in the air swirls and eddies around you both. Dog, you need to go inside. Oh, your dad wheezes. You're just like instant snowed, stick in the mud. I remember when we were younger, she was always walking with her nose in everyone's business. She thinks she knows what's best for people. Despite his brave words, he has to hold on to you for balance as he catches his breath again. Okay, maybe now is not the best time, he gasps, finally putting his respirator back on. But you and me, we have a date with the outside world, kiddo. I'm taking a brain check. Woo, he says, his eyes red-rimmed and steaming from irritation. Can't wait until Instance figures out a treatment for the shimmer thing. She says maybe next year. Maybe the one after that. I'm gonna be the first in line, you bet. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Yeah, are you, Dad? Are you? Are you really? Because I don't remember how to cure you. I think I have to attend biology class? I think there's also some element out in the wild that I don't remember. Oh, fuck, I mastered a skill. +1 to all mental skill gains for the next 3 months. Frick. Okay, I have to rest at least once. I might as well do it now. Right, like, there's not enough cake to make this happen. No. Yeah, let's rest. Let's relax in the park. Your mom's tending to her garden as you relax nearby. You're both happy to leave each other alone, but you can hear her muttering to herself as she pulls weeds. Every day, she grumbles, you'd think I was never here at all with how some of these weeds grow. Thought that I was only bringing nice plants. Would mean we wouldn't have to weed as much with these Vertumnan plants. They're unstoppable. She pulls hard on one weed, which turns out to be a huge creeping vine that yanks out a few flowers. I just want one place on this planet that's ours. Help her pull weeds. You get down there and help your mom pull weeds from the better part of the afternoon. It's surprisingly hard work, but by the end you're on your back and shoulders are aching and palms of your hands are on fire. Your mom dumps a huge armful of weeds into a wheelbarrow. These go all the way to the edge of the colony, she says wearily. Whatever plant these roots belong to, they're invading my garden. She turns toward the walls and yells, you stupid pink bastards! Stay out where you don't belong! Or stay out there where you belong. No. I should get rid of calm temperament. The stress reduction's really valuable though. No, we're keeping it. Pollen 2. Nah, dude, we're exploring. We're exploring. Explore nearby, survey the plains. I want to clear out the boss events from these. Yep, that's fine. That's fine. And we can just hope that the other skills we have will get buffed along the way. They probably won't, but we can hope. But with perception at 100, I can do this. I can ignore everything on the way to a boss. So I can rush through, and with areas with that have clearly different stress events, like the Unisaur, I can just walk until I find that, hit that, and min-max on our stress and recovery. Now, as an added element, you can save before opening an event, and then load. This is a stress reduction event. You can save and right before opening an event, Like, if I were to open this, it would autosave right before I opened it, so that if I loaded that save... Here, I'll demonstrate. Regardless of what this is. Oh, no. Well, maybe I didn't like that event. So... Oh, well, that one you can back out of. Some of these you can back out of, and this is a stress-reducing event, too. So... We'll just act like that was intentional. But you don't have to, like, manually save. The autosave's pretty good. The autosave tends to be beginning of the last dialogue that you had, beginning of the season, and beginning or end of the last season. Okay, alright. Look, I said I wasn't gonna save scum. This is another stress. That's a stress heal. This is a stress heal. This isn't, this is... Okay, I'm gonna go do every fucking thing else, and then we'll come back and do these 3. I knew I was close, but it's very funny. This is a perception challenge. Pass. Our perception's maxed out. We would gain nothing from that. Man, okay, I'm kind of pissed in retrospect that there was so much stress recovery just sitting on the table there. You've stopped to admire the light glinting off the water of a shallow circular lake when you've noticed some strange rocks near your feet. They're pink and red, bobbing in the shallow water at the shore. The rocks are flashing a golden yellow. This one, then that one, then a pause, then that one, then the first one again. You thought it was reflected in the sunlight, but no, the rocks themselves are glowing. Repeat the pattern. You play a memory game with them, touching the stones in the pattern they give you. You feel motions coming from the rocks. Affection, interest, gratefulness. Somehow you understand. They like the contact. Are they creatures or rocks? Sometimes the line between the two can be blurry on Vertumna. They can't move, but learn about the world from creatures who pass by and touch them. Like the way animals rub to leave their scent, these rocks entice animals to play with them and leave information about the world. You get the sense they're excited for your new scent. To what end? You don't know. This didn't respawn. Okay, then there's just the one event over here? Man, I was almost done. If I hadn't eaten... I think I may have just picked poorly between these two. Yep, I sure did. You stopped to watch a herd of shaggy, purple-furred animals slowly meander down a slope. You've never seen them before. Now, our perception's maxed out. I could ignore them. I think this gives kudos. And I think it may boost animals as well. I may be wrong, but I may be right. Oh, thank God. 30 seconds. God, that's not the 41 was the... Scream. The creature's fur is like grass, so they must be a kind of photosynthesis, an animal that gets their energy from the sun. They couldn't be absorbent photosynths, bushwubs. They've got branches growing out of their heads and backs. Check your survey journal. It says bushwubs are common here, but they're smaller, solitary creatures, so nope. And they're too big to be boreal photosynths, so we usually don't leave the water. You found a new species. Maybe that'd be cool. You decide to name them, just in case. Look at them through your holoculars at maximum zoom. You can kind of make out that they have super long jaws, like a huge underbite. You named this species the Sunbasker. Naming things is hard, so Sunbasker will have to do. You log your discovery. Okay, well, it's only one animal and 5 kudos, but hey, I definitely should have gone that way last time. Yep, oh well, live and learn. I'll live. Other people may not live, but I'll live and learn. I don't think we're gonna boost any of these today. It is kind of a shame. That's okay. That's okay. Not the end of the world. There's 0 chance your first time through, like on this save, that you can do everything perfectly. No chance in hell. I think we just find a route around this. Yeah, just let's do the Dis event. Hey, Solana, say it. Dis greets you cautiously as you pass on the narrow path. You want me to show you something? This almost never makes overtures of friendship. Whatever it is must be pretty cool. Nod quietly and follow him. You follow him for nearly half an hour. A couple times he stops to listen for something, then continues onward, tromping through the fields of broad-topped mush trees and swaying antler ferns. After a while, you start to wonder if he's just lost. You're about to say something about it when he holds up his hand for silence and directs you to crawl under a huge mushroom. On the other side, you have a view down to one of the perfectly round ponds. Taking up most of it is an enormous Xeno, its legs deep underwater. It's a bonial, this says. They live in the swamps. Usually don't see them here. This one seems totally at home. Dips its long neck and its even longer mouth into the pond, sucking up water from the bottom and spewing it out of a spout at the back of its head. A spray of beautiful turquoise water sparkles in the sun. Tiny, colorful bird-like creatures dart around, catching tiny fish that come spraying out. Sit and watch quietly. You enjoy the pretty scene together. Okay, nope, that did not reduce stress. But this one will? Nope, not this one. But this one will, yes. There's not much to find out here, but the peaceful atmosphere is great for contemplation. Find a particularly beautiful low plateau where you can see the plains spread out before you like a picnic blanket. Round lakes dotting the land like glimmering mirrors of sky. This is scouting further ahead, eager to find some adventure. Stop to meditate. Gain 1 perception, don't need that. Minus 30 stress, pretty good. Oh, I clicked through. It was a nice little Zen event, that's fine. Boss. There's a deep, perfectly circular pond here with clear crystalline water. Small transparent creatures like jellyfish bob around in it, rippling with iridescence. This is with you and in characteristically bad mood. Despite the jaw-dropping beauty of your surroundings, he plops grumpily down the bluff to watch the water. Take a nap at the shore! That's right, stress reduction event. So relaxing, you take off your shoes, soak your feet in the water. You're dozing off until a tentacle grabs your ankle and pulls you into the pool. You flail your arms, fighting the gentle pull of the tentacle. Dis watches from the shoreline. You think he's frozen in shock, but when you call for help, he only frowns in thought. Dis, help! Dis moves closer to the pool. Panic doesn't help, he mutters. Calm down, just calm down, see? You stop flailing, the tentacle stops pulling. See, it's not pulling you under, Dis says, it's just checking you out. After a while, the tentacle releases you and disappears into the depths. Dish helps fish you out of the deceptively deep pool and helps wring out your clothes. Say nothing. Don't do that again, Dis says, sounding furious, actually. If you drowned in there, it would have been my fault. Don't ever do that again. You realize he's upset because he cares about you. In his way, you mumble a thank you and grab a towel to dry off. We go home. Because the only other events there boost perception, and I don't need that. You're getting older. It's that time of your life full of discoveries and possibilities. When children become adults and their bodies change in weird, wonderful, and often embarrassing ways. When you were younger, congruence gave your class a frank presentation about preparing for the changes your bodies would experience in the next few years. Which part of the presentation was relevant to you? It is fascinating that there's a I'm like a doll down there option. That is really interesting. I've never picked this one. I've always picked one of these two. Voice changing, getting erections. You and your friends giggled all your way through Congruence's presentation and left with a new appreciation for the wonders of the human body. Puberty had felt like something that would happen so far in the future that it didn't apply to you. You put it out of your mind, even as you notice Cal's voice begin to drop and Mars starting to dress differently. Till one morning, you wake up and something feels different. You just know something's off as soon as you open your eyes. Things are squelchier than you expect them to be down there. You're having an exciting dream and then something happened? You can already barely remember it. Just want to close your eyes again. You remember Congruence's sexual education classes. You're really not ready for their real-world practical applications. After a few minutes, you sigh and muster up the courage to look under your blankets. Yeah, that's a thing. Deal with the mess. You wait for your parents to leave for work, calling out to you that they're gonna miss breakfast if you lie around in bed. When you're sure that they're gone, you carefully strip the sheets off your bed and stuff them into the recycler. You put it in a requisition for new sheets from the depot and continue on with your day. That night, you find your dad waiting for you. He's pulled up your privacy curtain to show you your stripped bed and looks up with a knowing smile when you enter holding new sheets. He laughs, putting on an exaggerated detective impression. Now I can only think of one reason why a teenager suddenly cares about doing their own laundry. He points at you and exclaims, "By Jove, I think I've got it! What's up, Solanacea? Got something to share with your old man?" You can feel your face getting red as you ignore him and make your bed, but it doesn't stop him. Aw, kiddo, it's okay to feel a little wet behind the ears. You retreat into your bunk and slam the privacy curtain closed so he can't make any more jokes. He's so embarrassing. What is happening? You feel on edge today, like everything that happens is so unfair and tragic. Like you want to punch stuff and then cry about it. Like you want to be left alone, but you also desperately want attention. Feels like a new fount of energy is starting to bubble up inside of you. Dangerous, uncontrollable energy. Welcome to puberty, Solanacea. Rebellion increases tripled due to hormones. Find this sitting in the mouth of one of the wall's drainage sewers. In wet season, excess rainwater is diverted here so it doesn't flood outside the walls. In the meantime, it looks like this has set up a little base here, with pillows and stacks of snacks. His alien communication device hisses with static. He looks up from his hollow screen as you pop your head inside the drain. "Hey, Solanacea," he says quietly before going back to the game he'd been playing. "What are you playing?" "You haven't heard of it," he says without looking up. "I made it myself." You squeeze into the narrow drain set next to Dis. On his hall pad is a picture of Mars, and you watch him drag a match from the sidebar and drop it on her face. Little animated flames wiggle over the picture, leaving parts of it looking charred. It's pretty crude, but you think you get the point. Where'd you learn how to do that? It's pretty simple, Dis says. The light from his hollow screen reflects in his eyes, and he looks at you in the gloom. People on Earth used to make this kind of stuff all the time, and I have a lot of time to learn new things. What happened with Mars? Dis shrugs. Same thing that always happens, he says. He resets the game and drags a bomb from the sidebar and onto the picture of Mars. It explodes and the picture disintegrates. She booked my name down for an appointment with the nanoprinter because she thinks all my clothes are always torn up and dirty all the time. He continues, so I got in trouble for wasting resources. I tried to tell him it was her, but Mars never gets in trouble. Everyone likes her, he mumbles, but it's fine. I don't need anyone to like me. I don't care if they hate me. I hate them. Oh, I see. Just goes back to playing his game, content not to talk to you. I want to try. Sure, Dis replies. He winks his hollow palm to yours, and you feel the haptics pulse as a game file transfer. You open up the game and are presented with an option. Whose picture do you choose? Mars. Definitely Mars. Load up a picture of Mars. Screw her. She's so bossy and mean. This is right. She's the worst. Oh my god. You drag a knife from the toolbox into the picture. Thwunk. Right through the face. It feels good. In a weird way. You probably shouldn't think too hard about that. You spend a few hours letting off steam with this, loading different pictures of your classmates and commiserating about life in the colony. After a while, he even starts to smile a little bit. I don't really want to hurt anyone, Dis confides in you. Sometimes it just feels I have too many angry thoughts inside my head. There's no room for anything else. He turns off his hollow palm and looks down at his hands. Even if it makes me feel kind of gross after, it's better than feeling numb. That boy needs therapy. Psychosomatic. That boy needs therapy. Lie on the couch. What does that mean? You're a nut, crazy in the coconut, etc., etc. That boy needs therapy. Yeah, we're just gonna explore again. Explore nearby, because we haven't done this one. And, oh, you have a quest for me? That's cute. See you in hell, motherfucker. I will be getting all of the collectibles and not... Wow. God, I really do not go out in this season. It's very easy to get these. What's this? Who knows? I'm gonna find my stress reduction event, and then we'll work back from there. Wait. Here we go. Mushwood logs. Not down here. Is it up? Ah, there you are. Hey, sweetie. Hello. Hey, pretty. Okay, so we'll go over and actually do the quest now. Utopia's working near the gates. This area's been deemed safe enough for kids to go on a hike so long as you're back before dark and never go out during glow. There ain't a lot to see out here, she says. A logging camp, a few fields, some nice lookouts. You've been out here before, but that was when you weren't supposed to, so you let her give you advice anyway. Keep your eyes peeled for useful things, like that there mushwood log. She points to a white, sturdy piece of wood from the side of the road. Lumber carrier must have dropped it. It's fairly safe out here, but that don't mean totally safe, she cautions. Don't go too far, and if you see anything what scares you, run like heck and make a ton of noise. She helps tighten the straps to her backpack. What you hoping to see out here, sweets? You're checking things out. Right on, Utopia says, patting you on the back. Spoken like a true explorer. Keep your eyes and ears open, you might learn something. Things grow pretty wild out there, she continues. If you picked a place clean, give it a year. Bet it'll be like you were never there at all. That's the plan, Stan. You will boost animals, so I'll go ahead and... Nope, I'm not trying to pet you, I'm trying to... Please, Ricky Ticky, I'm trying to do the event. Popeyes have surrounded us. Attack from every side, defend yourself. Toughness. Wow. Okay, well there's 0, 1, 2, 3. That's a straight. Boom. Fuck you. Okay, well, great. 38, but you could have done better. Oh no, 38 was as good as I was gonna do. Okay, I knew that, of course. Clearly, yeah, masterfully. What is? Muck? Peek inside that hole. Looks dark. Look closer. This one is occupied. No. Just take the stress and leave, I guess. Pond, hop it, get some bravery. 0, 0, 2. Great stuff. 2, 2, 5, 5. Great. 4, 4. 4. 3, 3. 25? Is that the highest we can do? Absolutely not. 29 was the highest. You done fricked up, Alex. Yeah, but I get some bravery out of it. 45 is this watermelon? Bush trees. Okay, I can cut them down. I don't really want to do that. I'd get mushwood logs, and I have 23 of these. I'm pretty good. Give them a friendly little pat. It's only 1 animals, but that's 1 more than I had. Let's do the boss. You find the most spectacular flower you've ever seen. It's nearly 1 meter wide, this fucking thing. All beautiful pinks and glittering rainbow hues like a powdery oil slick. When the wind rustles, the shimmer is breathtaking. You need it. need to have it for... See, I should not touch it, but I'm gonna touch it. Your mother's garden. She would love it for a garden. You'll just dig up the bulb and bring it back with you. Easy. Lean over the flower and reach out to touch it when suddenly it folds in on itself. What the heck? The petals retract with a and underneath the rows of tiny teeth, you're staring into a massive maw that lunges towards you. Try not to panic. Card becomes 2. Card is a 2. I can play this. Actually, do that. Yeah. 4, 4. Card becomes 2, 2, 2, 4, 4. 22. Can we do better than 22? 23. I can. Uh-oh. 24. But that's probably a... Nope, could have gotten the 25 there somehow. Well, got 2 bravery out of it. You managed to not completely lose your cool, but it doesn't save you. The flower thing is too fast for you. You're in its mouth now, and it's using those hundreds of teeth to inch you downwards into its stomach, where it will digest you whole. You're definitely about to die. The teeth pause their movement briefly, then bang, you feel a shock and another, then the flower thing spits you up and you watch, dazed as it lurches away into the bushes. Above you stands a man wearing all black. In your blurred vision, he looks like a living shadow. You mumble. He looks down at you, shakes his head, and runs off after the creature. Who is that guy? Does he work on the survey teams? You don't recognize him, and you know everyone. You hear a strange noise and realize it's you, shaking and crying and laughing in sheer relief, all at the same time. Return now is a scary place. Keep exploring! Can do this. You leave the path and sneak through a strand of mush trees and one of the little sawmills dotting the area. It's a small but busy operation, 3 people feeding mush tree logs, and we've seen these before. Do we want the card? Do we leave and discuss, lecture them? I want the card. 3's not incredible, but it gave perception. Okay, maybe I should have lectured them. I don't know where the watermelon event is, but I do know where the Unisaur event is. So I'm gonna Unisaur it up, even though this is a perception event. Three, 3, 3. Right, that doesn't count. 4, 3, 3. Sure. That can't be optimal, but that's okay. 0, 1, 2, 3. Ah, I see. Grrr, yeah, it's fine. Oh, okay, sweet. 6, 5, 5, 4. Is that top score? No, not at all. Not at all. I could have gotten a 38 there. That's wild. We get in animals. We get in animals. We get 30 stress reduced, 2 aminals, and 1 stress reduction. I'll freaking take it, brother. Now, where would the... This can't be the watermelon event, right? They're right next to each other? How crazy would that? I'm gonna try. You're strolling along the path when suddenly everything goes quiet. The wilderness is never quiet. There's always insect noises, chirping of reptiles, even the wind in the trees has gone entirely silent. There's something unnatural about this place. It's fine. I'm sure there's nothing to worry about. Don't think about it any further than that. It's okay. Everything is fine. 2. Nope. Wrong. 1, 0. It's fine. Everything is fine. 5, 4, 3. Right. My bad. 5, 4, 3. 2 and a bonus? 26, 28. 28, the best I can do there? Yes! You walk through the quiet area, the noise starts up again. The mystery will have to remain unsolved. Spooky. You think I'm spooky? Ah, did you come up to the bend in the path? Movement catches the corner of your eye. There's something on top of a nearby mushroom-capped tree. Can't tell what it is. Is that a person? I want to go that way. Let's find another way. We will trust the stranger. That is a perception event I don't have to do. Ah, regular mound of dirt. Well, we could poke it with the stick for perception, but we don't need it, so dig it up immediately. Or a little bit of bravery. Just a little bit of dirt. Are you watermelon? Fuck. You're not watermelon at all. That's okay. That's okay. We didn't really miss out on anything there. I'm contented that we've explored all three, even if it took literally twice as long as I would have liked. Early dust. All right, well, hey, this would be a problem. The stress, not a problem. Stress has no power here. Hey, dare you to go into a restricted area. You dare Dis to explore the creepiest, darkest part of engineering, deep down where even Chief Engineer Instance never goes, under the recycling rooms, where they say they're ghosts. You set the mood, then sneak around behind him, put your holopalm flashlight under your face, and shout, "Boo!" He rolls his eyes. So honestly, I think about it. If there weren't ghosts on the spaceship, one of them would be my mom. Oh, yeah, you guessed that would scare a normal person, but this isn't scared of anything. Fuck. Oh, you got my ass, kid. This is sulking, leaning against the outer wall of the colony with his arms crossed. Mars called me a maladapted degenerate today, he says. Then she told me she's just trying to help, like everything would be fine if I acted like everyone else. He scowls. Everyone thinks we're so much better than the people we left back on Earth, but they're just as close-minded and stupid. So true, bestie. Have some medicinal plant. Science is the language of all things, even on a planet such as this, Tank says. As foreign as it seems, all living things act according to their biology. She tilts her head, and as biology is simply applied chemistry, which is simply applied physics, this means anything that is observable, and mean things that are not, are governed by the rules of mathematics, which are as elegant and constant as when the universe began. She reminds me so much of a younger Alex. In a bad way. In a, oh, this kid's a wreck kind of way. Hey! Nem is munching on a container of cut-up pieces of dust melon. Mom's kind of bossy, but she makes a great lunch, she says, offering you a piece. Gotta keep your strength up. Want to train together? Used to be able to go mano-a-mano with Nem, but she's been training hard. Get your butt kicked all over the sports ball pitch. She leans over you while you're lying on the floor, complete with gas. You okay? She laughs. It didn't go too hard, right? You find Nem in his sports ball bleachers, intently focused on her holopalm. She looks frustrated by whatever's on it. What's up? I don't know what to get Colin for his birthday, she grumbles. I have to top last year when I made a sports ball trophy and gave it to him. Turns her holopalm off. Just running out of ideas, you know? Appreciate something from the heart. Yeah, you're probably right, Nem says. I just don't want to get him a little kid gift, you know? Like how Mom taught us to make stuff with macaroni and glue. Problem is, I'm not good at that stuff, she complains. What's something I can do that's easy but still cool? A picture of the two of you? As long as I don't gotta put macaroni on the frame, Nem replies, laughing. But yeah, that's nice. He'll probably move out of the family quarters soon, and that way he'll already have a picture of us to take with him. She jolts up. Oh, I have a perfect picture too. Thanks, Awanasea. That's a great idea. Hey, Squirt, what you doing out there? We look down the pitch, where Calm is standing with the sports ball under his arm and an easy smile. Is this knucklehead bothering you? Nem gasps. Calm, she whines. Awanasea my friend. We're just talking. Tom drops the sports ball to the ground. It rolls under his heel. I'm getting the team together to run some drills. They can come too. Sure, I could use some practice. Nem cheers and scampers down the bleachers, launching herself into a full-body hug with Calm. You follow her descent more cautiously, listening to her chatter with Calm about her day as they walk together across the pitch. She really loves her big brother. Oh, right. The whole reason I wanted to talk to you. Get egged, nerd. Oh, it's her birthday! Dust won. Cool, thanks, Nem says, taking the egg. I guess it is my birthday this week. I kind of forgot. Me too. Sorry. Mars? Oh, hey, Solanacea. Mars says, breezing past you. I'm sorry, I can't talk right now. I'm on my way into command. She stops when you don't sound amazed enough. You know, the supply depot, she clarified, the most important job in the whole colony. Anything that gets made here goes through me first. Mars' smug smile gets somehow even more smug. Plus, I get the first pick of all the best stuff. Could I work there with you? Well, Mars hems and haws. I suppose it is a lot of work to do alone, and I do like you. We were supposed to talk to her about this last year, and I'm like, this isn't important. We should stick together. Whatever Mars does, the full administrator seeks strings work, because an hour later you get a message from them on her call upon. They're dubious that you'll be able to rise to the responsibilities of the role, but that's nothing new. Seek is dubious about everyone and everything. But they agree Mars would be more efficient if she had someone to keep an eye on. She won't be. So Anastasia, what do you think about this? Mars walks towards you haughtily, stops, poses with her hand on her hip, then walks away. I call it my cool walk. Mars says, looking over her shoulder, I also have a bored walk and a flirty walk. It's important to switch it up once in a while. I got you a yellow flower. She holds up the flower to look at it. A flower? Cheap gift, but I suppose it'll look good in my hair. Thank you. You fucking bitch. You grow up to be a wonderful young woman, but God, you are unbearable as a child. Animals is really close, but I don't care about that. Biology is really close, and I kind of care about that, but I don't care a lot about them. Let's do a biology. Let's not do a biology. We're gonna be popular after today. And I will want to do biology then. So right now, bravery? No. Combat? Combat, right? Yeah, let's do combat. Let's do defense training. You attend your first session of Security Chief Rhett's self-defense classes. It's a small class, mostly security officers and other adults. You and Nem are the only kids. She gives you a wink and a cheesy thumbs up as you listen to Rhett rant about how everyone in the colony needs to learn self-defense. You could be walking along thinking you're safe within the walls and a flying animal swoop out of the sky. Then what would you do? Rhett chops the air with his hand. I'll tell you what you're gonna do. You're gonna chop that beast right in the throat. Hi-ya! He points at the assembled class, but only if you learn what I'm about to teach you. And the only way to learn is by doing. Who wants to volunteer for a demonstration? Me! Security Rhett doesn't scare you, or so you pretend. Rhett is the biggest adult you know, and he's so intense. You step forward, Rhett nods as he crouches down. Okay, I'm a manticore, stalking you through the forest. What do you do? I run away! There's a smattering of laughter among the other students, but you have to live your truth. If you see a manticore, you are out. Rhett doesn't laugh. That's correct, he says, proudly. Only engage with the enemy when there's no other alternative. No one walks away from a fight without getting hurt, so the first rule of self-defense is to not put yourself in situations where you need to fight. Once you've learned situational awareness, we'll move on to hand-to-hand, self-defense, drawing out a variety of martial arts. Only when I'm confident you're ready will we advance to weapons. Well, you say that, Rhett. Somebody's already giving me a plasma cutter, so we gotta get there fast. There aren't that many weapons in the colony, mostly stun gloves and batons, a few plasma rifles. You hope you don't have to use them, but it would be good to know. My God, what a fucking hand. 2, 2, 2, 2. 3? That would do it. 3. That's 28. I think that what if I threw this in here? 27. It would be worse. Oh, thank God. So this is the best hand. Yes, yes. Plus 5 combat. That's pretty fucking good. That was a lot more than I was expecting. Lots of stress, but it's fine. It's Vertunalia time. Time for speeches, games, and feastings. You stare hungrily at the feast table. Sure, it's mostly soy rations, but it's still more food than you usually see at all one time. This year, though, there's something new. great big tureens of glowing beans. Weird. You try to sneak some food before the speeches start, but Chief Engineer Instance catches you and smacks your hand away. Your mom gets really mad at her and it causes a huge yelling match. Your dad directs you away from the table as Instance blames your mom for the way things are right now, whatever that means. Your dad passes you a soy sweet to keep your tummy busy during the speeches. He's the best. Governor Woodacott takes the stage and manages to calm everyone down. Welcome everyone to our 4th term Virtunalia celebration, she says, speaking through a maxophoner. Her voice has been getting weaker lately and can't reach across the square the way it used to. I'm proud as always to stand before you as governor and to celebrate another year of peace and prosperity on this beautiful planet. Woodacott steps aside, wobbling a little as she walks, leaving Seek to complete the annual formalities. Your mom steps forward. This year's feast includes a new glow-in-the-dark food. Pixie beans are our first domesticated Vertumnan crop. The crowd applauds. Your mom raises her hands. Credit goes to Geranium. He insisted we dedicate a third of our fields to them, so you'll have to thank him for the light show in your toilets tonight. A smattering of laughter ripples through the crowd. Your dad chuckles nervously. Your mom's smile fades. Did you know we lost our hydroponics and microbial soil during the wormhole accident, she says. These pixie beans will make up for losses we faced with our earth crops. Woodacot's weedy voice rattles through the maxophoner. Thank you, everyone. Let's get on with the games. The crowd packs away the chairs as the children gather in the square. What do you do? But quadrathlon, I guess. Calm directs your attention to this year's edition. A cloth-covered mountain as tall as 4 adults, studded with mysterious protrusions. He pulls it back to reveal the Tower of Terror, he announces with a flourish. Test your courage with 3 stories of ladder climbs, followed by a death-defying leap of faith onto the poof shroom mats. You, Nem, and Cal take in the majesty of the Tower of Terror, both of them hooting and pumping their fists absolutely bonkers about jumping from 3 stories. You'll all still be doing the wrestling, agility, and accuracy portions of the course, but clearly, this is the winner by popular vote. How about you? Are you ready? That fucking rocks, that lassooning of float cow is what locked in. That is extremely valuable. Okay, I only need an 18 that stayed at 42. I'm like, the fuck it does. No, it does not. Excuse you. There you go, 51. That good enough? That good enough for you? You blow through the obstacle course, the basket shooting and the bot wrestling with ease, and you arrive at the base of the Tower of Terror with a determined gleam in your eye. You scale it easily. Of course, it's only ladders. Sure, it's really high ladders and a huge jump, but you just close your eyes and pretend you're jumping into a big vat of pudding. Com rewards you with the first place in the quadrathlon. Congratulations. Finally, it's time for the... So, the science path is 100% the right path. These bonuses suck in comparison to what you get from the science cards. The science cards are rank 5, but they also, like, improve security of the colony, or do some other stuff like this. The toughness contests, they ain't it. I will never do these again. Finally, it's time for the feast. Pixie beans are a hit. Your parents keep touting their many benefits. They grow well here, they're super nutritious, taste great, really versatile. Kids love their bright multicolored glow. Your rumbling stomach has made you grouchy. Your parents won't let you eat until they stop finally bragging about their dumb beans. You consider the options. Pixie bean soup, pixie bean salad, pixie bean chili, even pixie bean aquafaba dessert. Everything glows in the evening twilight. You sullenly shove your pixie bean everything around on your plate. You don't even want to eat them anymore. Stupid beans, stupid feast, stupid games, stupid everyone. Every time somebody turns to talk to you, especially about how great these beans are and how great your parents are for growing them, you just get more irritated. They're just beans. It's like they love these beans more than they love you. You're probably just hungry. Yeah, eat your pixie beans. You want to rebel against these stupid beans, but the truth is you're too hungry to resist. You count backwards from 10 to calm yourself down so you don't blow up at your mom. Why is she smiling all the time? You settle on glowering out at her over your plate of glowing beans. She notices, but purses her lips and turns away from you to talk to someone else. Rude. You shovel food into your mouth, trying to not look like you're enjoying it. It is as delicious as everyone said. You start to feel more human the more you eat. Right, yeah, food. Food is great. You do feel better after you eat something. Everyone's in high spirits after dinner, breaking off into little groups to talk or make music together as the sky darkens for the shortest night of the year. You feel your mood improve by the minute as your friends pull you into a fun rhythmic clapping game. As your irritation fades, you wonder if this is what congruence meant when she warned that your hormones would make you feel out of control sometimes. When you go back to your quarters and get ready for bed, your dad gives you a big hug. It's exactly what you needed. I don't remember what combat I need. I think it's only 20. I think 20 plus the weapon we have is good enough. I don't remember. That's gonna be a problem. Did I give you something this season? No, I sure did. Okay, good. Well, it's kudos season. You know what that means. Xenobotany, baby. You're really in the groove, munching on Dayglow roasted pixie beans and just feeling good, like everything's going right for once. You catch yourself giggling for no reason. For fun, you decide to put a pixie bean through the analyzer. Sure, your dad's already studied them, but there's gotta be stuff you still don't know about them. Like you only discovered today how incandescently delicious they are roasted. Maybe you can figure out why they glow, and you can make everything glow. The analyzer spits out a bunch of info and congruence helps you interpret it. She says, as if she really needs to ponder anything. These readings are different from the initial ones, suggesting possible amplification with certain hormones, or higher bioreactivity in situ. In regular words, congruence, please. Pardon me, Solanacea. I mean, they might mess with human brain functions under some conditions. We should perform analysis again. This sounds important. You run more samples of roasted pixie beans through the analyzer, but you only get more frustrated. Are you certain these are clean samples? Congruence asks. I'm detecting anomalies in the readings. Excuse me for asking, but have you washed your hands? You, Congruence? Of course you have. You don't know what to do. You try everything, even scrubbing the beans clean with acid. Congruence reverts to her most robotic focus entirely on figuring out this puzzle. When her normally chipper voice goes monotone and cold, it makes you feel so lost. You're never gonna get this right. You start to feel tears pricking your eyes. No, we will run the experiment correctly. I have a biology of 40. I've wasted so much time learning biology. Run the experiment correctly. You wipe your eyes and try to focus. Once the samples are finally scanned, you help Congruence run simulations, see what effect pixie beans might have on different types of brain chemistry. Do you have permission to do this, Solanacea? It requires significant power, she asks. You wave your hands at her. Of course, sure, whatever, you giggle. No one's here to stop you, right? Processing all that simulation data makes the greenhouse lights flicker. You might get in trouble for that later, but what do you care? You're doing science! Congruence chews on the results for, well, less time than it would have taken you, but still an appreciable amount of time for her for a supercomputer. She says finally. Solanacea, have you been feeling not yourself lately? As if your thoughts and reactions are more dramatic, even more so than usual? Well, now that you think about it, obviously we test for toxicity before we clear native plants for consumption, Congruence continues, but there are limitations. For example, accounting for the hormonal fluctuations of people undergoing puberty. Congruence explains there seems to be a chemical in these pixie beans that hyperbonds to estrogen and testosterone, and that combination of molecules activates receptors in your brains way more than just the hormones alone. This chemical will build up over weeks first, then it's going to hit to a flash point, and you look at all the beans you've been munching on all afternoon. All week. Uh-oh. You call your dad in to take a look over your findings. There's no way he mutters as he scrolls his hall palm, then stops. Well, I'll be Jiminied. How are you feeling, Solanacea? You look over from where you've been balancing a sample beaker on your forehead. The beaker slides off and you bounce it off your knee a few times before catching it. You burst out laughing for no reason at all. Your dad blinks at you. Well, that answers my question. We've got to stop eating those beans. Right now. Your dad looks distraught. Flu was right, he says, collapsing in a nearby chair and rubbing his eyes. She didn't trust these things, but shit, she's gonna be pissed when we don't have another successful food source. You look at him in shock. You rarely ever see him swear, but it must be worse than you think. Your dad sits there in silence for a long time. Yay, we solved it before we got a really punishing event. The event isn't even that punishing. Yay. It gives it 26. Why did I give it 26? What is this value? Matches as all pairs or straights. Right. 20. 22. 26. "26 is as good as I went." God damn it. Nope, could have done better. Don't know how, but could have. Yay, we did it. We did it. We solved the mystery. Oh no. It sucks. Oh, look, we finally caught a break. Oh no, it's fogged. Great. Research xenobotany again? Do it again. Do it again? Yeah, I mean, hey, we get biology 66. Do it again. Earth plants use chlorophyll for photosynthesis, which makes them green. There's no green plant life here in Vertumna except the stuff you brought with you. Vertumnan plants must use something different. Like a bicoblin or a carotenoid? Carotenoid. No, come on. That's a carotenoid. Bicoblin? Bicoblin, or a carotenoid. You're not entirely sure of the precise chemistry, but it's gotta be something. One slot will turn cards mental. Fucking something turned me mental at some point. What a weird hand. We got 3, 3, 2, 2, and a 5. 2, 2, 3, 3? Oh. 27. 28. Yeah, 28? Okay, yeah. Cool. Boom! Collectibles respawn faster and more spots are filled. Well, okay. That's a pretty mediocre reward, but it's something. Early wet, new perk acquired. Fantastic. Hey, I don't want this bobber fruit. There you go, bud. It's wet season, so you two don't get anything. Nope, not what I wanted to click on. I wanted to give you an egg. Can I give you an egg in this trying time? You, I will get something to later. I guess, biology? Yeah, yep. Mars, is it? Rain 1 is your birthday, right? Am I wrong about this? Okay, alright, yeah, it's your birthday. You can cry if you want to. Mars is watching a vid from Earth on her holopalm. She gestures you over and sync your holopalm with hers. The audio track comes through your hear speak. Mars knows every word. Besides you, she's reciting the dialogue perfectly along with the actors. Since the day we met, I devoted my life to finding you. I search every train station, every coffee shop, every museum and park for you, she says. My every waking thought was only of you. Her voice goes higher. And I dreamed of you, she says. Every night my heart called to yours in the dark. I never hoped to dream I would find you again. I'm here now, she says, playing the first part again. I'm here, and I'm never leaving your side again. Mars drags her hands down her face as the couple in the vid kiss passionately. Ugh, she exclaims. I've seen this vid 100 times, and the end always makes me want to yards. They met on a train once and spent forever looking for each other. Like, move on, you know? It's not like living here where there's only 100 people to pick from. You're in a huge city. Go find anyone else. Why do you keep watching it? Mars sighs, exasperated. I've already seen everything else we're watching. Before you can protest, she puts up a hand. Okay, fine. I like the city parts. Like, isn't it post-real to imagine cities so big you could get lost in them? So many people, you can meet someone, then never see them again in your life. Mars waves away the vid screen. Sometimes I think I should have been born back on Earth, not in this dumb spaceship. She mock punches the hull of the ship behind her. All of those cities and people and stuff you can do. Watching new vids, going to concert. The only culture here is grown in a lab. Mars sighs dreamily. And all the shopping. They have so much stuff on Earth. Anything you could dream. Not just the rubbish our old nanoprinters can make. I'm bored of everything I own, Mars complains. Speaking of shopping, you want to trade some kudos for one of my old jackets? I do not. No. Dad says I can't print more stuff until I get rid of something. I'd say 50 kudos sounds fair. I will never use this. No, it looks better on you. It does, doesn't it? She says. It was made for me. Alright. Cool. Weird flex. Everything's made for people here. Xenobotany time! You run experiments. Experiments that involve lighting things on fire to see what happens. Who says science was boring for boring eggheads? This is great! It's my kind of science. Huh. Yep. I don't see any other way this goes. Yep, okay. Biology up higher, organizing, kudos, a little bit of stress. Okay, I would like to manage stress. Cal, I can't give you anything. Defense training. Part of self-defense is training your body so it can be ready for any situation. The security chief has you running laps, jumping through tires, climbing walls, and sprinting back and forth. He's this inverted anti-gravity pad that makes your limbs feel super heavy. When you do jumping jacks on it, then do it again in normal gravity, it feels like you could jump straight back through the wormhole. It's exhausting, but it's not that different from sports ball training. This is a breeze. Socks. I'm pushing myself so hard. Better card. This is a 6 during strength challenges, but it's a 4 otherwise. This is just a 5, and I think is better. But it gives more stress. I should have remembered that. God damn it. Well, you're getting stronger every day, but at what cost? You go home every night and soak your aching muscles, hoping they weren't hurt as much in the morning. Feel like you're getting your butt kicked. Well, I am, but it's worth it. 6, 6, 6, 5, 4. Okay, hold on. Yes, this is the correct way to do this. I could take -1 stress here. Nah, I'll take the 44. Yeah, we still would have been at 101 stress. Like 101 Dalmatians, but not in any way. I don't know where I was going with that. I have a gift for you. You find Tang leaning against the wall of the laboratory, looking into the hustle and bustle of the colony. Auntie Sean tried to talk to me about puberty today, she said, rolling her eyes. It was a pleasure to tell her that I will be suffering no ill effects from the malady. She crosses her arms and shrugs dismissively. Perhaps there's a limit to genetic recombination theory, as I do not seem to be undergoing the effects of hormone common amongst you who are born to this array of hormones. I should advise Chief Engineer Instance. Okay, alright, look. Wonderful little edgelord. Puberty's different from everybody. It's not a fucking contest. Have you heard any stories about changelings? This muses, scrolling through a book of mythology on his hall palm. Old Earth humans used to think fairies would steal babies and replace them with their own. He scratches his cheek. Do you think that explains what happened with me and Tang? I think it would explain a lot. Sometimes it feels like I'm not really human. You're human. Weirdo, happy birthday. I need biology at 80 to do this? Yeah, we're getting damn cool. Oh, and that's a radioactive plant. Ooh, yeah, that's a very good one. We're gonna rest. We're gonna rest because I don't really have a choice. Relax in the park. You and Cal go for a walk with your Hopeye. Optimus Prime, Cal loves the little creature. Well, you love him right back. They must instinctively know that Cal is a safe person. Cal sneaks socks out of her hiding place sometimes so she can play with Optimus Prime. It's risky, considering she gets bigger every time you see her, but the gardens usually deserve it during the workday. You can still feel your Hopeye starting to trust you more. They're still pretty skittish, and you don't see what those little claws at the end of... You don't want to see what those little claws at the end of their foot can do, but they seem a lot more relaxed in your presence. You're petting it when it starts to chitter at you in agitation. Whoops, what's wrong, Optimus Prime? It flips over on its back and wiggles its lighter stomach fur, looking impossibly soft and enticing. Do you dare? Or is it a trap? Challenge! Ooh, mysterious stranger walked in. Yeah, that's pretty good. Is this a 4? Sweet. Boom, okay. 5, 4, put down a 2, 35, 33, 33, yep, I think that's it, 35. No, fuck, I thought this was a straight and it wasn't. I could have done better. You're too smart to fall for this trick. After a few moments, Optimus Prime seems to lose interest. They spot a bug circling lazily overhead and flip back onto their foot, chittering as they begin to track it with their 4 blinking eyes. We got Hopeye 2, which is a better version of the Hopeye, and you can use them both in order to gain 3 less stress from every event. It's fucking crazy good. Hey, and we can forget a baby event. You'll love to see it. Baby memory gone. New perk, extra gear slot. I didn't realize animals was 66. That's fucking great. Okay. Okay. Upgraded. Plop on that blast cutter. What am I doing? Combat training. Because I think combat needs to be at 40, but I don't remember. And we're gonna get a bonus to it anyway. So combat training. Defense training. Attendance at self-defense class is always a little higher during glow. It's almost as if the imminent threat of attack makes people worried for their lives. Almost like that, huh? 2, 3, 4, 6. Okay, that gives a 27. That gives a 26. That gives a 26. That gives a 24. Is this really the best? 27, 28. Is 28 really the best we can do here? Huh. Weird, but okay. Cool, that moves our total combat up to 41. Get a +1 to animals. Stresses. Stressing. Another year, another glow. Everyone's pretty sure there's going to be another attack this year, so the colony's on high alert. You're collecting glowflies in the geoponics garden with Cal and Nem when the sirens begin to wail. You all stop what you're doing and look at each other nervously. Your parents run off to help defend the farms, telling you to get inside the greenhouses and stay quiet. Nem declares she's going to the walls to watch the soldiers fight. She knows a good spot. Let's watch from the walls. You and Nem race towards the walls and scramble up so you can watch from a safe distance. We miss anything good? She's pants. Oh look, there's my brother. Come up here. Come looks around for the source of the voice, squinting up at you as he spots you on the walls. He yells up at you to stay put, and then the animals burst through the gates. Wood splinters in every direction. Hopeyes pour in, quickly overwhelming the guards. Hopeyes are small, but in large numbers. They're fierce. You watch the security officers manage the chaos. They have gloves that shoot arcs of lightning, and if you watch close, you can practically see the skeletons of the little animals light up from within when they're hit. Cool! Look at him go, Nem cries, cheering for her brother. Get him, Calm. Watch out. Oh, he's okay. She clutches your arm. He's so brave. I want to be like him when I grow up. You could really impress Nem by going out there and helping him out. That's the plan, baby! Help defend the gates. Scramble down from the walls are immediately faced with a seething wall of Hop-Eyes. You kind of thought there were only a handful of these usually peaceful creatures in previous years, but there's swarms of them now, not just Hop-Eyes. Once you adjust your eyes to the chaos, you can see large creatures that look like walking bushes. These wild centipede-looking things with long spider legs, and at least one giant, many-eyed thing that's hovering clear off the ground, defying gravity. They all seem to be incited into a frenzy, attacking everything in sight and trying to get through the walls. It's dark and chaotic. Com sees you through the fray. "Say," he shouts. "Get back to safety." You're suddenly not sure this is a good idea, but then you look up and see Nem shouting encouragement from up on the wall. Fight tactically. Okay, well. How's that? 24? We're already halfway done. Easy. Oh, okay. Card locked? Oh no. What do I do? What do I do, dude? Oh no, it's so difficult. Okay, well, this needs to be a 4, this needs to be a 5, that'd be a 27, that'd be a 35. It's a 36. Why is that a 36? Why is this better? Because it matches as a pair and a straight. Oh god, that is good. 36 is probably the... I could have done slightly better. Not even trying to win, there's too many of them, and you're unarmed, but even your vulnerability can become a weapon. Use your knowledge of the buildings around the gate to bait anything that slips past the defenders into circling back so they can be picked off by people with actual weapons. Nems acts as your air support, calling out when certain shortcuts are blocked by the creatures so you can always have an escape route. Eventually, the defense forces manage to push back the creatures. The rest of the broken swarm flee back into the wilderness. Calm jogs back over to you, breathing heavily, and slaps you on the back. "You're one brave kid," he says. "Stupid, but brave. You really helped out back there." Nem whistles and hollers from the wall, and Calm shoots her a grin. Your parents are arguing quietly at your little table. "I'm telling you, it wasn't a fluke," your mom says. They're not just wild animals. They have a plan. The fields, the lights. "Okay," your dad replies, taking her hands across the tabletop. "We have to tell people what we saw in geoponics." They look up, noticing you in the doorway. Your dad's worried expression changes to a smile. "Hey, Rutabaga, what happened to the fields?" Your mom stands up. "Don't worry about that," she snaps. "Get to bed. It's late, and we're gonna have a lot to do tomorrow to clean up." Yeah, no, it's fine. It's fine, don't worry about it. It's fine. It's fine. We're more rebellious. Less stress out. 66 more kudos. Leveled up Popeye, which is fucking huge. Got a lot of good cards. Got this absolute nightmare of a card as well. Anemone, Cal doing great. Tangent, this doing okay. Mars doing fine. We have a sad number of people around. Age 13. Huh. I wonder what that could possibly symbolize there. Seems like 5 years. Okay, everything's hunky dory, and then just some kind of symbol here after age 14, on the way to age 15. Wonder what that is. Not ominous at all. Clearly, this little piece of the UI isn't foreshadowing. No, it's. I'm sure age 14 will be a boring, unremarkable year, and we'll get to it next time. Oh, new perk. All perked up. Oh, new cards in the depot. Okay, let's look at that real quick. Like, I can't afford jack shit right now, but maybe. This seems good, is not good. This is terrible. It has a -2 to all cards, but it autoplays the best hand. I could probably afford this by the end of the year. Plus 50 combat's pretty wild. Spoilable? No, none of these really seem worth buying. Okay, well, I looked. What's the agenda for this year? Don't starve. But we'll get to that. Get to that next time. Age? Let's try that again. Age 14. Beautiful. Okie dokie. Well, I'm gonna call it there. It was only, what, 3.5 hours-ish playing tonight, but I could use a break. And I'm feeling myself rush. And I don't want to rush through this. I want to enjoy it. I want to savor it. And so we'll call this here for tonight. I will be back probably. What is today? Friday, right? It's Friday. Oh my God, it's only 7 p.m. Yeah, I will be back probably tomorrow with some more of this. I will be potentially busy on Sunday. I'll probably be busy a lot on Saturday too. There's a lot of work I want to get done this weekend, but I would like to power through this. I am enjoying it quite a bit, so we'll see what happens. Regardless, if you're watching on Twitch or YouTube, this is going to be the end for today, so thanks for hanging out. Until later, I'm going to say toodaloo, take care. I'll see you then. Bye-bye.